This week, we are talking about the topic of international students who are studying at the University of Alberta. I would like to ask our instructor, Bart, about his experience with the international students. So, Bart, what is it that you see as a common trait among international students who succeed when they study at the UofA?
In the days when you could still walk on campus and see students, it was easy to tell the successful international students from the less successful ones, because the successful ones would walk around with a little bit of a spring in their step, and they would be smiling and they would be with people. Their heads would be up, they would be looking around. The less successful ones would be head down, walking alone, not looking at anybody, trying to get from A to B as fast as possible. So it made me think, and I think the conclusion is that successful students take responsibility for their learning. They understand that they need English. They don't have to do it, they want to do it. And that's why they're in Canada, because they have more options here, which is one of the choices of why they came here, right? And they understand that learning more and better English gives them these options. So they also understand that the learning doesn't necessarily only happen in the classroom. They understand that a lot of language learning and understanding culture has to happen outside the classroom. So they will create networks, they will have friends, not just friends from their own culture, but friends from other cultures, not necessarily Canadians, but friends that help them use their English. And most of all, they're risk takers. They're not afraid to make mistakes and learn from their mistakes. So, for example, for our students, extending this model means that, yes, learn outside the classroom, visit the SEC, have friends, and you will have more options and you will be more successful. Now, the less successful students are students who still rely very much or who see their English development as test and exam based. So the moment they pass an exam, they feel they've done their job. Oh, I know English, so I'm done. They don't realize that just passing these exams is just the beginning, not the end of the learning. They also rely heavily on models and examples and book answers. Mm-hmm. They are not interested so much in the context as more in the text of what they're learning. They have very little curiosity, which means that they have very little context to talk about when they have an opportunity to meet other students, not from their own culture. And probably the biggest obstacle to their success is that they try to apply things that made them successful, academic, cultural habits that made them successful in their own culture. They try to apply those here in the Canadian academic culture. And they have to realize that there are differences, that if you try what you did back home, you're not going to get the same results as you did back home when you try them here, right? Mm-hmm. And they're afraid of taking risks, of making mistakes.
Does the same apply for the online learning, would you say?
Well, online learning has added challenge, right? Because it makes the whole experience a little bit unreal, because you're taking a Canadian English language course from your bedroom back home. Mm-hmm. So you have nothing to try out the things you've learned. There's no environment to help you. So it becomes even more important that you work on your skill development. So when the class finishes and you've done the homework, I would say reach out to your classmates electronically and just hang out together in English, of course. Yeah. Maybe cook together or exchange movies together, or anything that keeps the English conversation going.
Mhm.
and especially during the weekend. Even if you're by yourself, instead of watching a movie, why don't you try to create one in English? You know, make a script, fantasize about which actors you're going to use, and then let somebody know. Talk about this with somebody else who's done the same thing. Um, Again, make a. We're already asking you to make blogs, but make a cooking blog. You know, share things. Make a blog of your city. Make a blog of your hobby where you narrate the things you are doing or you would like to do.
Great ideas. I love your
Great.
ideas. I might have to steal some ideas for my student-centered activities now, Bart.
There you go.
Excellent. Okay.
Another great opportunity you have as an international student here in Canada is that we have so many services at the university available to you. Even with the present situation, these services are ready for you, to help you, to assist you. I know it's online, but it's the information that counts. So International Student Services is a great source for help. The website, the UofA website, has a lot of information. UofA has been taking care of international students for years. So the problems you are facing have been experienced by others too, and we found solutions for your problems. So don't think you're alone. Don't be alone. Reach out.
I have found student services extremely useful. Whenever we reach out with any students having issues, they are always welcome. They are always met with a very friendly advisor who is ready and willing to help at any time.
Totally.
And right now, just a click away, right?
Yeah. It's all the power of the thumb. Click.